How the Mona Lisa was stolen. The Louvre, one of the most iconic and famous museums in the world, located in Paris, France, and home to some of the most famous artistic and historic artefacts the world wants to see, such as the Mona Lisa and Venus de Milo. It currently sees over 2.8 million visitors a year and has been ranked first globally for the most visited museum. Due to this, it is also the most targeted museum in the world, with an array of artifacts being stolen. On the 31st of May 1983, 2 pieces of Renaissance armoury mysteriously went missing, with no leads or clues as to how or why they were stolen. The ceremonial breastplate and helmet have been estimated to have been made in 1560 and 1580, the same time Queen Elizabeth I reigned monarch in the United Kingdom in the Tudor era. The armour was coated in precious silver and gold, making its estimated value over 500,000 euros. And with such fine design engraved on the armour that it has been compared to a luxury car of today's standards. The items were donated in 1922 to the Louvre Museum, 100 years ago, until its eventual theft in 1983, 60 years later. No knowledge about the theft had appeared, and it still to this very day puzzles investigators as to how 2 pieces of not so subtle armour vanishes into thin air and only to reappear by the coincidence of a military antiques expert identifying it after being hired by an auctioneer. The most famous theft, however, is for the most famous painting to date, the Mona Lisa. On August 21st, 1911, Leonardo da Vinci's The Mona Lisa was stolen, taken directly off the wall of the gallery without suspicion, and wasn't noticed until the day after the robbery had taken place. No one had noticed, mainly due to the fact that simply no one cared. The Mona Lisa just wasn't famous. No one but a small circle of individuals knew how special the painting was and how famous it was going to be. In 1913, a local art dealer in Florence, Italy, placed an advert in several local Italian newspapers, hunting for antiques to buy. Soon after the advertisement, a letter arrived. It stated that the writer was in possession of the Mona Lisa and was addressed only to the postbox service in Paris, and addressed themselves as Leonardo. The antiques dealer believed that this painting would have been a copy or a replica of the original painting, so with the help of Florence's Uffizi Museum, decided they needed to see proof of the painting's quality and wrote a letter in reply. The response from Leonardo allowed them to arrange a meeting in Milan, Italy, in December 22nd. But before this meeting took place, an Italian man by the name of Leonardo showed up unannounced at the antiques dealer's office on December 10th, explaining that he wanted €500,000 for the painting and had stolen the painting in order to return the painting to its original birthplace in Italy, as he believed it was rightfully belonged as it was stolen by Napoleon. As soon as Leonardo left, the antiques dealer called the police. The police arrived at Leonardo's hotel room and searched it. They found a trunk under his bed containing underwear, socks and a shirt, but they soon found that it had a false bottom, and below it they found the Mona Lisa. He was then arrested and found that Leonardo, whose real name was Vincenzo, did in fact work at the Louvre in 1908 when the painting was stolen. Vincenzo, or our story's Leonardo, was sentenced to 1 year in prison, but only served 7 months as World War I began to break, and most likely he went to war.